Hey guys, I'm back and I'm back for some night raids and some random talk. Yeah, solo raid tournaments going on right now, and yeah, well, this right now I'm at 53k. Usually, and this is surprising to me, actually shocking, because usually around this time, especially on a level up, I'll be over 100k, and it's not like I don't have any cards to level up. I think it's more of the actual rewards. They're not that great, and it's not only me. If you look at a majority of the people that's I guess in the top 20, yeah, these are pretty low scores. I can't remember the last time I've seen scores this low, and yeah, it's just the rewards. They're kind of lacking. They're not that great. But I might end up aiming for this 6 to 30, and that's only because one of their bags offers is just either a beanie or a flag. I'm hoping for a beanie, but who knows? Maybe Scopely will give me, what I'm the auto flag, because so far all I've been getting is flags. But yeah, I might try to get into that bracket, but if I don't and I get stuck with this 31 to 100, it won't be too bad. I mean, they give two crates that offer mix of ultra and elite, and maybe I'll get lucky. Hopefully I don't get this again, and hopefully I get that. But if I end up in this, that 31 to 100, it wouldn't bother me so much. If anything, I'll save a lot of my cards, a lot of my 5 stars for the faction level up, and even the milestones. Actually, I might go for the milestone. Having Aiden, yeah, everybody can use the Aiden. Bert though, yeah, I'll take the Bert. I'll take the Bert regardless. The flag though, I don't really need any more flags. Actually, let's take a look at how many flags I got right now. Yeah, I still got 8 flags. I have 8 flags and 0 beanies. But yeah, I'll take the extra flag. It's free anyways, right? Yeah, it's free. So yeah, we're gonna talk about one of my cards, but before we do that, I saw this in my inbox, and I guess for the first ever ultimate feast bag. Now get this, check out the new ultimate feast bag for first ever chances at up to 1 million food. Ooh, 1 million food. I'm pretty sure a lot of people that got their town leveled up, they get about 1 million per day. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap. It's just $1, not $1, but 195 coins. So I guess roughly $3 per bag. The only thing that is so, I guess I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the heck? What the hell is this? It's mystery bags, and they don't tell you the amount. You don't know if one is giving 1 million. I'm guessing the lowest would probably be I don't know, 50, maybe 70, or maybe 90k food. That's the thing, you don't know what the lowest amount of food is. You don't know what the lowest amount food is. They tell you the high one, the million, but we all know about these mystery bags in these crates. Getting the top, I guess the top prize inside the crate is slim to none. Odds are low. So yeah, you get 1 million, but what the heck is the lowest? And that's the mystery. That's the mystery of this mystery bag. Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because this is the first time I've ever seen this, and like Scopely's saying in this, first ever ultimate feast bag. Me personally, I don't ever waste I never waste any coin on that. You know, though I waste a lot of coin, I don't ever waste any coin on these feast bags. But yeah, also, yeah, I did that 10 pack earlier today. You know, I'm good between now and between the time I guess she's gone. You know, this Margaret's gone. I'll probably do one or two. You know, from time to time. I'll do two pulls tonight, but just regular singles. Like I said, I'm not gonna do any more 10 packs, and I'm still not convinced on doing a big pack on her. But you know what I said earlier today. If anybody got, you know, if anybody took what I said about her in a wrong way, she is a great card. She is a great card. The only reason I say you know, I kept saying, you know, not that great, or, you know, to pass her up, you know, pass on her, is only if you have the Wanderer. Now, if you don't have the Wanderer, like I mentioned earlier in my upload this morning, she is a great card to get. Only thing that I kind of don't like about her, you know, the leader skill. I'm cool with the leader skill. I love, it's the Wanderer's leader skill. It's one of the best leader skills in this game. It's the simple fact that her AR looks like they just put it together real quickly. There's nothing special about it. You know, you got Negan that does that 400 damage to 3 targets and negative 55, and you got like Lester from War that does you know, he does the standard regular low hitting, you know, one enemy and all enemies adjacent to it, you know, just does 250%, but he gives that 60%, you know, 60% attack, 60% defense for one turn. You know, it's just you have so many cards that's been coming out, you know, with Revive, with just so many different unique ARs. And the thing that I don't like about this card, her leader skill, I love the leader skill. I love the fact that her leader skill, plus she's a tough, you know, tough card. Because if there's one downside, if there's one thing that's kind of, I guess if you want to say that's bad about the Wanderer, he's red, and everybody knows there are a lot of blue teams. There's a lot of tough teams that's out there. You know, the Andrea teams. So it kind of makes the Wanderer, I guess, easier to take down. With her being tough and her having the Wanderer's leader skill, that awesome leader skill, it actually makes her a nice card. But the thing that I guess I focused on this morning was the fact that it looked like, you know, because she was a green trait card at first, an awful green trait card, you know, awful strong card. And then Scopely, of course, they said they need to make the sales. And that's why, you know what, it's kind of confused me why she wasn't advertised on Friday. You know, they put up Shiva. If anything, it should have been the opposite. Margaret should have been on Friday, and then Shiva Sunday night, or Sunday afternoon. But instead, they put Shiva first, and then they put Margaret. And the way they went about it, you know, it seems like they didn't think it through. They just put something together. I'm glad they put the Wanderer's leader skill in there, because the Wanderer's leader skill is awesome, and more cards should have this type. You know, I wish that a melee card, there was a melee card that had 30%, you know, all melee, 30% attack, 30% defense. I'll be on top of that. You know, I'll be like, man, I need to get that card. And you know, I'm glad they put it on you know, a tough card. You know, put it on another card. You know, that Wanderer's leader skill. But I don't like the fact that it seems like it was all rushed. And when they did the AR, they said, you know what, just put 450 damage to one single target and just throw in the standard 50% buff. Now, if the buff was 60%, if the buff was 70%, because it's just, you know, and if it was just only for one turn, it would have made it a little bit more special, you know, a little bit more unique. You know, it's 450 damage, you know, percent to one target, and you know, 70% attack. That'd be awesome. Heck, if they were going to make it 50 the way they have it now, they should at least put, you know, 50% attack, 50% defense. It would have made the card special, because like that blue Tyrese that came out, you know, a line of targets, and he gives a 50% defense, 50% attack for 2 turns. So for her, it just seems it would have made her more appealing. Would have made her more if they would have gave her a more, I guess, a more desirable AR. But in the end, I think people were that are gonna go for her are more after her leader skill, and I already have a card with that leader skill. And people that have the Wanderer, like I said, you have to think whether or not it's worth really going after this card. And if anything, just like I did this morning, just try your luck and just do a few pulls, because yeah, okay. That's all I gotta say about this Margaret. I think she's a great card. I think she's worth doing pulls if you don't have the Wanderer. Wish the AR was a little bit better, but I guess her leader skill and the fact that she's a tough card makes up for it. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say about that Margaret. And yeah, let's go ahead and talk about one of my cards. And today we will be talking about this guy. We will be talking about Carl. Now, I don't have him maxed out. I only have him at tier 3. He's at, level 31 right now. I've been slowly leveling him up for this solo level up. But yeah, let's talk about this. And you know what? Before we start talking about it, I did do an overview on this card as soon as he debuted. Now, that upload that I had, in my opinions, on this card, you know what? That upload I did previously, is one of my earliest uploads, of this game. You know what? That one, pretty much scrap it. I might take it down. I might just get rid of that upload because my opinions right now of this card has changed. It really has changed. And like I said, I don't even have him maxed out, but I did use him during the raid, the raid faction raid event. And yeah, well, let's talk about his stats, and then we'll go further into why I think he's an excellent card. Okay, his stats maxed out at tier 4, level 80. His attack is 798. That's excellent. That's great. It's right there at the 800 basically. His defense 798, so it's there too. It's right there at the 800. Just 2 points off. His health is I believe it's 1094, so it's there also. So his stats they're right there as far as attack, defense, and his health. His attack is right there close to that 800. His defense is right there at the 800, and his health is right there at the 1100. So stat wise, he's solid, and as far as stats goes. Now his AR, it's just pure damage. It's a pure damage splash, and it's a 56 AP. So with a large AP gain weapon, he will be, it will be full, ready to fire off at turn 2. Whether or not it's available sooner than that, it'll depend on whether you use the command on him. But most of the time, it will be at turn 3. It'll be ready to fire off at turn 3. It'll become available at turn 2, but only with a command specialist. And like I said, it's just pure damage. 350 damage to one enemy and all enemies adjacent to it. So it's pretty nice. It's close to it's just like Michonne's. Michonne's does 350 damage, splash damage, but her attack is maybe 70, I believe 76 more points higher than Carl's. But you know what? That's okay. It still does a good amount of damage. And not only that, the reason why it's okay is Michonne's is 75, so her 75 AP. So hers is more of a turn 4, unless you use a command specialist. So his will actually be 1 turn, faster than hers. So I guess that makes up for it, because for some reason, and I noticed this a lot with Michonne, even so it's 350 damage, and Jesus does about 325% splash damage. Sandy does 350% splash damage. When they go off, it seems like Michonne, it seems like the green cards, Michonne, she does a lot of damage for just 350% compared to like Sandy or Jesus. It seems like she puts out more damage. And this Carl, and even so I don't have him fully leveled up, maybe I don't know whether it has to do with them being the strong trait, but I'm thinking maybe this is why they haven't made an AR that puts out this damage at like a 45 or a 44 AP. It might just be too much or too OP, because green cards do tend to put out a good amount of damage. So I guess it goes with their trait name, strong. But yeah, it's this. I'm okay with this. I know before in my first overview I was kind of looking at this and I'm like, man, it's not, because I'm used to fast trait cards. I'm used to cards that go on turn 2. So when I initially looked at his AR and it was 56 AP, I was kind of disappointed. But you know what? He's a green card, and there are no green cards that do splash damage, faster than this 56 AP. Well, Kenny does 58 AP, but he does a lot less damage. So the fact that him and Kenny compared to Dotoo, and he's doing 350 percent damage, yeah, I'm actually impressed by this Carl, his actual AR. So his AR, he, on top of his nice AR, he has the specialist skill Neutralize. Now that I've been using a card with Neutralize, I've been using this Carl, I gotta say this Neutralize, it is excellent. It is a nice specialist skill. It's one of the best specialist skills to come out. I mean, I love Execution. Execution is a lot newer, but I take this Neutralize over Execution anytime. This Neutralize, it is nice to have, like I guess an AR free impair, because that's basically what this Neutralize does. It impairs, and it's great to use them on cards that are ready at turn 2, by using just a couple hits, like Andreas, like especially a lot of the tough cards like Cooper, in the yellow cards like Sandy and Jesus. Yeah, it's excellent this Neutralize. I find it excellent, and it's so handy. But the only catch is, it's just like Command. It's more, I guess, useful on offense, because on defense it's pretty random, and I'm pretty sure the AI on defense won't only target cards that are ready to go off at 90% AP. So on offense, this is an excellent specialist skill. When you're controlling it and you're deciding who to hit, and you already know which card is ready to close to firing off or ready to get their AR AP filled up. Yeah, having this, it's almost as good as Command now, because I use Command all the time. I use the specialist skill Command, and this Neutralize, it's just right. It's right up there. It's if you don't have right now, it's like Mark is I guess the free Neutralize card. So if you want to see how this card Neutralize, go ahead and level up that Mark and see for yourself, because this Neutralize card, man, I know a lot of people YouTube uploaders that talk about Bruce and say how they're impressed by Bruce. Yeah, I can see now why. And I'm kind of glad I was able to get this Carl, because man, this Neutralize plus this AR, this AR, and like I said before, I wasn't impressed by the AR. I am impressed now. I like this AR, but I use them mostly for this Neutralize, and man, that's what makes this card excellent. And you know what, I know before I said I was gonna upgrade Lee, because he's Human Shield, but I feel I can get by with just one Lee for now. I'll probably won't upgrade Lee. And Shiva, right? I wanted to upgrade Shiva, but right now with the armory issues, trying to figure out whether or not her POW will be upgradable, I might hold off on her. And now I'm thinking, man, I'm loving this Carl. I'm having fun using him. He might I might I think I decided I already made the decision of upgrading him next. I do have the school bag and I do have the walkie, so yeah, I'm pretty sure, because he is working nice with my green team, and like I said, this neutralize skill, I'm loving it so far. But yeah, and that's this Carl. He to me he's excellent. He's an excellent card. How I got him? I think it was on one of my uploads, but I got him on a single pull when he was advertised for times 2. I forget what was up. Maybe Ultra Gear. Ultra Gear was up. We were doing the Ultra Gear. I believe it was Ultra Gear, or I was refreshing my SD supply depot, refreshing, trying to get more cans, and then I had enough to do a single pull, and he was being advertised at the time, so I went ahead and did a pull, and I was lucky enough to get him. Yeah, single pulls. Yeah, I get lucky sometimes when I do them, but yeah, that's how I got this Carl. I got this Carl with a single pull, and he is an excellent card. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think so at first, but now that I've been using him, yeah, he is a good card. So okay, we did enough talking, and let's get into raiding. Let's go do some raids, guys. Let's get some raids done, and we will take on Judith. Let's take this Judith, and yeah, let's go and use a refill. Let's go and use a refill. I used some earlier because, like I said, I really don't like it when my raid energy is filled up, because I feel like it's wasting. It's going to waste if I don't use it right away. But yeah, we'll go through this can, and then yeah, we'll call it a night. Yeah, that like I said earlier, that Margaret, yeah, I keep looking at it. I keep looking at that Margaret card, and I'm like, man, I kind of want to do more pulls, but like I said, I'm trying to control myself. And in all honesty, like I said, I have the Wanderer. I haven't even got the Wanderer maxed out at tier 3. So I'm thinking to myself, all right, you get that Margaret. You don't even have the Wanderer maxed out yet, and you've had the Wanderer for a good while. So why? And I guess I'm just tempted, because, like I said, it's a new card, and that's the thing that I've got to I got to get a hold of myself, get some control. That anytime they advertise anything new, I got to just say, no, you don't need it. Just turn away. Just keep walking. But yeah, let's go ahead and we'll use this splash damage team that I put together. Kenny and Carl are not fully leveled up, but yeah, we're gonna give it a go, and let's go ahead and see if we can neutralize Tatum Channing. Alright, and we'll go ahead and do the splash. We'll start with Kenny, so we get that 30% attack buff. Then we'll hit with Carl, and then yeah, we were gonna hit with Michonne, but you know what? That's the thing. I think having 3 splash damage cards might be overkill. So I don't know. I'm still testing out this team. I might take out Kenny and just put Herschel back. But okay, this team. Okay, I don't know. Okay, let's just go and see whether or not we survive this. Alright, so he went off, and let's go ahead and let's neutralize this Dwight. I do not want to get hit with that AR. Okay, that was not nice, and we are gonna take a loss. Yeah, you know the saying, right? You don't take a knife in a gunfight. Well, you don't take you don't take cards. You don't take green cards to go against blues and toughs. I should have just went with my fast crew. My fast team. But we'll do a rematch and we'll go with a fast. We'll go with the fast. That was okay. That was a waste of 25 rep, but oh well. You're gonna take losses. You just accept it. I know before I used to be. I remember for the longest I've had only like 40 defeats, and I was pretty proud of that 40 defeats. And okay. Yeah, I was pretty proud of that 40 defeats, and I just ever since, and then it started rising. Because you get higher in rank. You start. You will get defeated, and it's normal. And I remember I used to go, man, I don't want to hit that 100. I don't want to get over 100 defeats, but I'm pretty over it now. Right now I have 130 defeats, so that's fine. I mean, my win and defeat ratio is not too bad, so it's okay. But yeah, I used to always keep an eye on it, but that was pretty pointless doing so. But yeah, let's go ahead and take Molly. Let's take Molly next. And let's go ahead and let Carl hit Carl. And then yeah, we'll do the splash damage combo. Hit with Kenny, hit with Carl. And then yeah, the 3 splash damages me. I think it's gonna be overkill. So I'm most likely I'll take out Kenny and put Herschel back in there, because I could really use that revive. That revive is very, very handy. It's very handy. So let's go ahead and go with fast with this one. And okay, let's go ahead and take out this Cooper. Or not. That Cooper is pretty strong. And he impaired both Jesus and Lee, so I will not be able to use command. But that 29% really helped him out. It really helped him out. So let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and attack. I know Andrea's gonna go off next, and she's gonna take out Lee, so that's fine, because we will be doing splash damage next. Alright. And you know what? This ended pretty quickly, so let's go ahead and go with one more can. Let's go through another can. Yeah, let's go through another can so get more raids in. Go with my fast, or yeah, let's mix up the teams. We'll go with the Clem and Lee, and let's see whether or not we can take out. No, we won't be taking her out, but we will take her out now. Take her out with Ellen. And let's go ahead and hit Richard. Alright, and let's see. Take out Richard. Well, we should be able to take it out with execution. Let's go ahead and hit Abraham. And let's see whether or not, I'm not sure we'll be able to take out Abraham. We'll try. Hit with Ellen. Then let's try to take him out with Jesus. Okay. Let's go ahead and hit Jesus. Let's go ahead and hit Jesus. I don't want Sophia to go off with that defense again. It's kind of a pain. This Jesus is tough. And you got the defense. All right, let's go ahead. Let's just try to end this. All right. Then hit with Ellen. All right. Kind of long, but hey, it's a win. All right, let's go ahead and see. Okay. And you know what? Let's go find a different color trade. I'm tired of those blues. Let's see. Chances are she'll have blues behind her, so we will go with. Let's go with fast. We'll go with Tyree's team. Yep, blues, of course. All right, let's go hit Cooper, take him out. Let's go ahead and work on Garrett. And let's see. Okay, should I splash? You know what? Let's buff with Tyrese. Because Andrea's not lead, so I know she won't be going off on turn 2. Yeah, the only time you got to worry about turn 2 is whenever Andrea's lead. But if there's any other card, yeah, Andrea won't be available. You know, she won't be going off until turn 3. You know, her turn 3, defense turn 3. But yeah, okay, let's go and. Yeah, let's find someone else. I'm tired of going against these blues. So many blue teams. Yeah, another blue. Blue. Okay, no. It's not blue. But you know, let's go with Negan. Actually, let's go with the Wanderer. You know, we're talking about Margaret and, you know, her leader skill. Let's go with the Wanderer. And that was a big mistake. A big mistake. Okay, that was not a good decision to make. And let's go ahead and let's hit Amy. Let's try to build some AR and try to. And then Garrett is gone. Okay, let's go ahead and hit with Rick. And then let's try to take out this Cooper. Okay. One guy's gone. And it was Negan that was taken out, which is okay. Hit with the Wanderer. Not too bad. Another person's gone. Man, this... Oh, he... Well, I forget what that specialist skill is. A parting shot. Hey, parting shot actually works. Parting shot, you know, it's a rare occasion you ever see a parting shot ever do something like that. Man, let's try this. Like I said, I'm so sick and tired of fighting all these blues. Hopefully there's no blues here. Okay, we'll go against this team. No blues. It's all mostly yellow, and then they have Garrett, and yeah, let's build our AR. I mean AP. Yeah, since they're yellow, I'm not too afraid of getting hit, so I won't be shielding. And we will do the combo. Negan, Rick, then the Wanderer. Yeah, and let's go ahead and hit Ellen. I think I'd rather, I don't mind getting hit with her. Well, they both went off, regardless. Hit with the Governor. But let's work on Ellen. Let's keep working on Ellen. Okay. You know what? Let's just heal in case. Let's heal with Garrett. Hit with Negan. Then hit with Rick. Hit with the Wanderer. All right, not too bad. Kind of long. Kind of not used. I'm really not used to matches that long. But I guess having a team like that, it might take. It's expected. Okay. Hey, it's another blue. Man, where's the variety? Always blue. So many Andreas, and we. You know what? Let's go against this team, Abraham, and we will use the Wanderer again. And this is perfect. Actually, yeah, it's perfect. But look at this: two Herschels. You got two Herschels. You have Abraham, who gives basically leader skill is just like Clementine. Let's go take a look at okay. The White's Club, reflect damage when taken. See, I had this on one of my ores. I really did not like this. It does not reflect enough damage. It's like, yeah, I do apologize, guys. I just had to cut the video. It was just dragging on too long. Too long. It was hitting that 36 or 35 minute plus. So yeah, I think that seems to be the theme of most of my uploads, especially random talk and night raids. They're tending to be more than over the 30-minute mark, and yeah, I'm gonna have to start do less random talk and more night raids. But yeah, I'm gonna. The next uploads that I'll be doing, the night raids and random talk, I am going to yeah, make them less than, try to make them at least 20 minutes or 30 minutes, because yeah, this is starting to become ridiculous and way too long for just this type of upload. So yeah, I apologize for that, and yeah, that's all I have. My current subscribers and my new ones, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the likes. Thanks for the comments, regardless of whether it's criticism or anything, whether it's something to help me try to improve, or just giving me a shout out or wanting me to do a shout out. Actually, no, I'm not the type of guy to do too many shout outs, but yeah, just whatever comments you guys leave, I'll go ahead and I'll respond. It's good, interact with you guys. But yeah, that's all I have. Hope the rest of your Mondays are cool, and relax, chill out, get ready for Tuesday. Yeah, get ready. Yeah, it's work tomorrow for some. Well, it's work for me. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good evening, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with night raids and random talk. All right, see you guys.